After the prologue introduced the 159 riders of this 73rd Paris-Nice, the real start was in Saint-Rémy-lès-Chevreuse this Monday morning. One man didn't start, however, Francis Geoffrey-Soup, Nasser Bouhanné's lead-out man for Cofidis. Weakened but not close to giving up his chances, Bouhanné still took the start, along with other sprinters of the bunch. The stage designs worked to their advantage, as the only climb is a Category 3 ascent in the start of the course. In such conditions, it's never easy to try one's luck in the front. Anthony Delaplace took his chance for Bretagne Séché, which invited him to partake. The former junior France champion broke off after 35 kilometers in the race. He was soon joined by regular escapee Thomas Vauclair. For his 12th Paris-Nice, the experienced Europcar rider took responsibility on how to stay in the lead. They were helped by the indolent pack, and Sud had a 5-minute advantage without having to struggle. It is a gamble, and eventually the bunch stopped playing and started the chase. Too much was already at stake. At the Perronville feeding zone, the offensive started, led by teams Ethics for Kwiatkowski and Lotto for Greipel. The gap fell down, the pack retrieved a minute every 15 kilometers. The sprinters regained hope, except Arnaud Desmar, who punctured 30 kilometers to the finish. However, the FDJ leader was able to get back in contention. The acceleration worked and the escapee's advantage shrank to 1 minute, 20 kilometers to Contres. The outcome couldn't be positive for them anymore. Despite an epic resistance, the French duo was caught 1.5 kilometers to the arrival. Just before a final straight line, they would in the end crown Alexander KRISTOFF. Considering his start to the season, the Norwegian is a pretender for group finishes such as this one. He crossed the line ahead of Nasser Bouhanné and Brian Coca, a man to watch. Three weeks to the Milan-San Remo and a chance to retain his title, Alexander KRISTOFF arrived on the Paris-Nice with a reputation. With 4 stage wins since the start of the year, the KATUSHA rider is in great form, but even targeted by his competitors, he didn't miss the opportunity for this massive sprint. At 27 years old, the Norwegian could bloom this spring.
Yeah, I'm really happy, and it's my first stage win in Paris-Nice. I did, I think 4 times before, or 3 times before, but I never managed to win a stage. So it's a step up for me, because many of the best guys in the world are here, and I was on this time of the year not able to win before.
He came to the Paris-Nice in order to prepare for the classic races that start in a month, but a crash jeopardized his plans, hitting the wheel of another rider in the back of the peloton 17 kilometers to the finish line. Tom Boonen fell heavily on his shoulder. The diagnosis came out rapidly, collarbone fracture for the Belgian, who is forced to withdraw. The former world champion also has to bid farewell to the spring's one-day classics, a major setback for him and the Ethics Quick Steps team. The first 10 riders of the stage all come from a different team. It was a sprint finish, no doubt. KRISTOFF clinched his 5th stage success of the season after 3 from the Tour of Qatar and 1 from the Tour of Oman. No change at the overall classification. The prologue winner, Michal Kwiatkowski, retains the yellow jersey in the same second as Rowan Dennis. Donny Martin sits 7 seconds adrift. Tuesday, the second stage will take place in Le Berry region. 172 kilometers separate the start at Zau de Beauval and the finish at Saint-Amand-Montrond. On the flat course through green fields, only one small Category 3 difficulty will come in the way of the riders. It won't be enough to prevent the expected outcome, a massive sprint to the finish.